Tell us how you are going to break the world record for sleeping with the most men in one day.
I'm trying to get 1,000 guys in 24 hours. My plan kind of is it needs to be a room with 2 doors is what we're trying to work out. Like, the logistics of this is insane, because one thing, it's hard enough getting 1,000 guys together. It's another thing actually like making sure they all do it in the time limit. So honestly, I'm just hoping for like a conveyor belt of like, they need to kind of like walk in the room, one pump in, one pump out, and then leave.
What's the current world record though?
It's 919. But I want to get to 1,000 because like 900 is weak. You may as well have got to 1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
24 hours though.
This is why I'm training. I've done the 100. I'm doing 300 in like a few weeks.
It's like a boxing match.
It really is. It really is. But I think as long as they're in, out, it's going to be pretty quick. I think I'll get sore towards the end, but I think I've got the right determination just to be able to push on.
So,
well, if you don't understand this video, this is a lady who wants to break a world record of sleeping with the most men, 1,000 men in 24 hours. According to her, let me break it down to you. She said she intends to do it to break the record of the previous person holding it, which is 919. And she intends to use 2 doors and bring them in. Like, it's crazy. Now, what got me shocked is that she said she has been practicing it. She has done 100 men. She has done 300 men in a couple of weeks. And she feels like the previous person holding the record, which is 919, like, she's weak. And it should be 1,000. Now, the point is, there is no award for this. There is no price tag or whatsoever to this, but she just wants to do it. Now, the big question is, where is our modesty? I'm going to be approaching this video in 3 points. Number 1 is, what's the cost of this? What's costing it? Number 2 is, what's the implication of this? Now, sometimes they feel like I do not care, and they do not know that there are implications to this. And the third point I'll be making in this video is my advice to viewers that are actually watching this video right now. What's my advice to you watching my video? Now, the first one that I said is, what's the cost of this? Why are they doing it? Why are they confidently coming out to say things that are immoral in front of the television, in front of screens? First of all, I would say it's validation. They want to get fame at the expense of immorality. Yes, this technology age has gone to that point that everybody is trying so hard to be famous, not considering what it takes or what process involves in getting famous. Whichever thing that makes them famous, they are okay with it. So they rather pursue fame rather than pursuing value, because she knows that if she says something controversial, she's going to get attention. For example, if she says she wants to probably sleep with 3 men, no one is going to listen to her. She wouldn't get the attention that she needs. So she has to come up with like, okay, I'm going to have something to do with 1,000 men in 24 hours. So they are like exchanging values for fame. It's totally very wrong, but this is the generation that we are. And this is happening in more like the European countries. Now, sex is not being considered as something anyone can just get easily. This was not how it is in the 90s. Like, sex is something sacred, sex is something people feel ashamed of doing outside marriage. Sex is something people do not feel comfortable doing in public or saying it in public. But now, due to we now have screens, when you record yourself, everybody could see you. It's now something that everybody wants to get attention. Anything it takes to get attention, they do it, they say it without feeling shameful or remorse from it. Now, another reason why they are confidently doing this is also social media. Like, social media are now like open to allowing things like this come up on spaces Yes, because I remember back then in the old, like in the olden days, like in the 90s or in the early 2000, where our commercial TV, they don't show things that would influence the people negatively. You understand? So they show things that like parental guidance and stuff. But now social media don't have that control anymore. Social media is so free, and once they do it, they don't get penalized or whatsoever. Even if they get, it's the video is still up there. So it has made the society promotes this harmful lifestyle among the youth, among this Gen Z generation. So these are like the causes I think it's that's making this girl have this confidence to come out to say she wants to have sex with 1,000 men. I doubt any African person will do this because we in Africa, there is this sense of culture, sense of value we have back in our home, and we, even if we tend to be extremists, we still have this value of not making it open confidently because of what we tend to get the backlashing, the talks, the everything. So we still have that conscience that we can't actually do this. So this is how it's happening in Europe. So number 2 point I'll be making today is like the consequences, because she probably would not know the consequences of what she's doing, and basically she will be like, I don't care, I just want to live my life. It's fine, it's okay, she has a right to live her life. Yeah, but I will still let know of the consequences. So number one is like very soon she's gonna face isolation. Yeah, like when I mean very soon she's gonna face isolation, at a point in her life she's going to have that form of loneliness in her life, and she would start thinking. Yes, because a lot of people, maybe I don't know when it's going to happen, but like there's this form of loneliness that would come in a man's life, and you have to start thinking every negative thing you've done. Is it what is influencing my life currently? You get to that point, and when you get to that point, I hope she doesn't probably commit suicide or do anything wrong to herself. Another consequence that might rise up again is STD, sexual transmitted disease might occur. Like I don't understand how you want to do 1,000 men without with like you have to test all of them and accurately and without having physical injuries, contacting sexual transmitted disease, and even if you are going to pass through it, like you're going to test them the whole 1,000. You said that you've been practicing for this tournament according to you. So it's more like you have done 300, you've done 100. Are you trying to tell me that all these 300, 100, you are actually testing them, or you're using like a condom, and using that condom doesn't necessarily mean that you are being protected. Of course, you know that not all transmitted diseases are being protected by using a condom. There are some diseases that cannot be protected by condom. Yes, there are some diseases we could check. Some of them can even be given orally, just by touching, just by sweat, skin touch, and so many of them. So it's a consequence that might occur in the future. Currently, why she's doing, I don't know. Even physical injury, because having 1,000 people penetrate you is crazy. Yes, it's crazy, and definitely it's going to be really, really be a painful experience. Despite she wants to break a record, so you don't know what can happen. She can even pass out. She even if she's training. So this is another consequence that could happen to her. Another consequences that she might have, or would I say, everyone is going to have, is that everyone is going to consume this content. The people who have seen it will consume it, and it's going to affect our future generation. Yeah, so at this point, it is not just her she's going to face the consequences, because even we are also going to face the consequences. That is why we need to stop people like this, stop video like this from circulating, stop this kind of promoting lifestyles that are harmful to individuals. So our generation is going to save our unborn children, who is going to be born and raised. Like, what do you want them to watch? They'll probably think that this is normal, but it is not. We've had a lot of big records that are good, that can be broken, like the longest marathon ran by a human, the longest cooking chef, like longest person cooking in the world, like Hilda Basi. Yeah, we have a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of records that are positive, not negative records that would influence the future of our generation negatively. So this is not just a fight against only her, but a fight for for everyone, for our future generation. Because at the point when one person she does it, another person do it again, another person, it's now becoming normal. You can now have 4 people, 10 people have sex, 15 people at the same time in one day, promoting sexual transmitted diseases, physical damage, emotional damage. A lot of things will just certainly come true negatively in your life, and it's not good at all. So the third point I'll be making in this video, and the last, as I said, is my advice for you watching my video right now. My advice for you is, do not be influenced by such video I just played by such lady. Do not be influenced by this. Focus on real life achievements. This would never go bad. Focus on real life achievements. Make realistic goals that are positive and that can influence the environment we live in. So it's necessary that we must do this. I feel so sad for this generation, actually, because generation Alpha, which is the next generation coming, it's gonna be way worse than this. So this is what it is. We can't take it. We can only make it better. My name is Samson Fayos. I talk about opportunity. I talk about what's happening in Europe and what's happening in the world, in the society that we live in. And I talk about places like I travel and I make vlog. Subscribe to my channel if you find this video interesting and useful to you. I appreciate. Praise. What's your thought on it? I want your comments. Do you think she's going to face any more consequences? I want you to let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much. See you again in my next video. Have a wonderful evening.